Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed episode 3 of Queen Modjadji, the Rain Queen, then worry not, because I have a quick recap for you. So if you're interested, then stay tuned to this video. But before going to it, I need to first request you guys to like this video. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do press the subscribe button. You can also show support by scrolling down this channel to watch my previous videos. So enjoy this video. I don't really know what the director is trying to do here. The episode makes no sense. So, if you guys feel like what I'm saying on this video does not make sense, then you must know that I am not the problem. The problem is with the episode itself. So, the episode started at the Mutshitini settlement where people are celebrating the rain. And while on that scene, we are shown a visual of Kadikulu. And for those who don't know, Kadikulu is Mambo's sister. So, on the scene, Kadikulu is hiding something that looked like kidneys, and I don't know what that was, but I think it's something that kings and queens use when calling for rain. And after that scene, we are then taken to 18 years later, where Maselekwane is now 18 years old, and I honestly don't see the significance of that, but I guess it was their way of introducing Maselekwane to us, which was so disappointing. I mean, you can't be introducing the main character of the show in such a disappointing manner. The introduction of the main character should be massive, so the rhythm well disappointed me on this one, I don't want to lie. So, Maselekwane attends the Dlapula ritual, and it's not really clear as to whether Mambo knows who Maselekwane is at this time. And I'm saying this because when Mambo saw her, he was not surprised that he attended the Dlapula ritual. And according to the show, a future queen or a future king is not allowed to attend that ceremony. And after the ceremony, we're taken to another scene that I thought was very much important, and that is a scene where Tsungutini goes to see her daughter. But when she got there, Kadikulu's Mambo's sister refused to let Tsungutini enter, stating that Kiala will take care of her daughter. And that is not all. You guys will remember that Mambo and Kadikulu promised Tsungutini that she will be respected and get everything that she wants. Well, on this episode, they break all of those promises. Mambo refused to give her land and all other benefits that he promised her on episode 2. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, after this scene, the episode lost direction and was in rituals. Mpabanchi had a vision that was not really clear. He then went to go and fetch Maselekwane and Kadikulu from the mountain. I don't really know what were they doing there, so that whole scene was confusing, but I think Mpabanchi received a message from the ancestors, and the message was that Maselekwane was supposed to take her throne as the Rain Queen. And it's obvious that if Maselekwane takes her throne, then Mambo must die. And that is why Mambo killed himself at the end of the episode, but I'll get back to that one later on in this video. So, on this episode, we're introduced to yet another healer named Thibule. Thibule told Tsungutini that he can protect her if she could work with him. So, since Mambo and Kadikulu couldn't keep their promises to Tsungutini, Tsungutini was very angry. She then fell for Thibule's tricks and decided to agree working with him. And Thibule looks very evil. Even I was so scared when he appeared. So, he instructed Tsungutini to go to the mountains and steal the rain-making totems in the ancestral cave. It's not clear what they were planning to do with those totems as of yet, but Tsungutini followed Thibule's instructions and stole those rain-making totems. And after that, we were on the last scene of the episode where Maselekwane goes to the mountain. I think she was there to take her place as the new queen, which is exciting because Tsungutini stole those rain-making totems. So I am wondering, how is Maselekwane going to be able to call for rain if there are no totems on the ancestral cave? Now, what confused me even further about the episode is that after Maselekwane entered the ancestral cave, Mambo took a knife and stabbed himself, and that is how the episode ends. And as I've mentioned at the beginning of this video, ladies and gentlemen, this episode was a mess. And I honestly don't know what they were trying to achieve here. I am certain that after this episode, their viewership will drop, and it will drop significantly. And I managed to watch it till the end because I wanted to create content. I am certain that most people couldn't watch till the end, but then I could be the problem. So ladies and gentlemen, do comment in the comment section. Let me know what you do think about episode 3 of Queen Modjadji, the Rain Queen. And with all of that being said, this is the end of this video. So if you enjoyed content on this video, please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and share this video on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even on your TikTok. And with all of that being said, this is the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. Let's engage again on the next one.